our first topic here of the week, Spider-Man. There's been a whole lot of back and
Crap.
forth and nonsense out there, and it's a whirlwind. Pretty much, you have every single person that can say something about it saying something because they know it's going to get a headline, and that's really what it's come down to.
Uh,
Um, it's unfortunate that's the way it's being treated. I've tried to report on it as best as I can on the channel, and people have seen me be like, "No, I don't trust this one. I trust this person." And that comes from obviously some of the things I've heard and some of the things I know and other people know. It's a mess. That's
Just
really what it is.
well, I just want to say this for everyone listening right now. If the news comes from "we got this covered," don't even listen to it
It's
because that's what I've been seeing this a lot where people are saying,
Well,
"Oh,
that's the problem. We got this covered because like they steal from people's Patreons or the people that have Patrons who are reliable.
Mhm.
So they take it from there. They also then just like they'll search Reddit or 4chan or just take it from there. They either make stuff up, so you can't like you have a 1 in 3 chance of them actually being right.
and here's the
So-
problem. Like, they do that, right? They do that whole thing, but then other legitimate websites will report on their story, but they won't source them, or their source, like, I saw IGN source like another website, and that website source was, "We got this covered." So it was, you had to go within 3 links to be able to figure out where it came from, because the story, gets lost in the shuffle. And
it's like the old telephone
it
effect.
really is, and that's what it's like turned out to be with Spider-Man. And like, yes, they are trying to work things out, but as it stands right now, there's still nothing, and nobody knows what's happening.
yeah."
Yeah.
It's to me, it sounds like no one wants to admit that they got this from a rumor off of like Reddit or a forum board or anything, instead of actually, doing the journalism work that you actually
No,
have.
it's just easy traffic, isn't it?
Right.
So, Spider-Man's a big thing now. Everyone wants to know that he's back, so here's a story. No, that's what it is.
It's a big clickbait thing, and the thing is the moment you just put Spider-Man's name, especially right now,
Oh, yeah.
because of everything going on and nobody actually knowing what's going on, you just put Spider-Man in the title, and everybody's gonna want to
Well, I
click
mean,
on it.
people are still sending me the video from before D23, where a guy made a video talking about the fact that Spider-Man is confirmed back, and the only thing was Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr. took a picture together. I'm like, guys,
Yeah.
I made a video telling you about this. Two friends can take a photo together. They said they were hiking when the news broke, and they decided to upload that photo. Like, there's nothing really concrete out there. Now, here's when I want you guys to understand when something official is worth taking note of. When it comes from Variety or Deadline,
Yep.
you can trust
Or
it.
THL.
Yeah, the Hollywood Reporter also is very reliable. The Wrap is a 50-50. I've noticed some of their stuff has kind of
It-
been like,
The rap depends on who's writing the article.
Yep, exactly.
If it's El Mayimbe, no.
Yeah, do not take that as face value, but there are good people there. Like, if it comes from one of these trades, that's like a Deadline, for example, or a Variety, where they put, like, new confirmed movies that they heard about within articles of other things, because they're like, oh, this is just like a breakdown of everything we know. They don't make a whole giant, like, article piece per every piece of news that they get. They just dump it all into one place. That's kind of like how we figured out that Supergirl was in development as a film, where, some of the other projects at DC, like Birds of Prey, for example, was the same thing. It was like I think a byline on Variety. They're just like, oh yeah, Birds of Prey's happening. Everybody was like, this is hidden in like the 9th paragraph down. Like, it's
I remember that one actually.
right. It's kind of crazy. That's the type you can, officially go by. And since they haven't been saying much and they broke the news, you could probably gauge it as nobody knows, I would assume.
Yeah.
Like,
They're at the point that they're just like, we're kind of just like the rest of you, patiently waiting, twiddling our thumbs, being like, is somebody gonna tell us something?
right. It's
And no one knows because there's been no movement. And
Right.
apart from the whole, like the deal broke through, nothing's happened.
Yep.
Will they meet again? Yeah, of course they're going to meet again.
Oh yeah.
Until then, you're not going to hear anything concrete because nothing concrete's happened. So.
I mean, of course they're gonna meet because Sony's gonna be like, hey, look at all our TV show scripts we developed for Spider-Man, and Marvel's gonna be like, okay, well, let's
That's
meet
nice.
us regarding
No,
this.
nope.
Right,
They're
so
just gonna pat them on the head. That's nice. We want Spider-Man back.
yeah, and that's kind of the standstill right now. It's unfortunate, but that's really like pretty much everything we know as of right now. And I assume there will be a deadline. There has to be a deadline because they have to start production by summer of 2020 on the next
They've
Spider-Man.
got about a year.
Exactly. And here's the scenario you're going to find yourself in. They're either going to announce, yes, this is a thing outside of it, or add Spider-Man to Venom or something else down the road because they need to, because the film has to come out within 3 years of the last film. That's why TASM 2 was rushed, or TASM 1 was rushed out the door, like, within weeks of, Spider-Man 4 falling apart. They're like, we got an entire cast and a director, and we're moving forward. It was like, what the hell just happened? Like, they have to be quick on these Spider-Mans because the deal is way more strict than what happened with X-Men or anything.
5 years?
5 years?
I thought I read from the trade it was 5 years or something.
That is the complete. So, like, by 5 years, that means it has to be out. So let's say they started by 2 and they're finding themselves in trouble. They have to show a complete product by 5. So
in theaters.
Yeah, which, like, Fantastic Four was on the same thing. Fantastic Four was, you have to get anything out by 7, but you had to start production by 5. So, like, it's...
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's all we know. Unfortunately, news is going to keep coming at us. You're going to see people posting on various things on, like, Facebook or random people posting that they know what's happening. Unless it's a big trade, do not trust it. That's what I'm telling you. Just because it's... You can trust the big guys because literally...
Their jobs are on the line.
Their jobs. Like, their reputation is on the line. So
They also get stuff directly from the studios, so...
Yeah.
Yep. Like, that's kind of the thing, and that's like when the deal was reported that it fell apart, they were on it before anybody else. And if you look at the people that were reporting on what was happening before that news broke, they were like, oh yeah, here's the major deal of what's happening with Spider-Man. He's going to have like 18 films in the MCU. And it's like, oh, apparently no, because Sony hasn't been talking to Disney in like 6 months. So,
Yep.
trust the big trades. And that's that for, I guess, our Spider-Man talk of the week.